And that would be easy, wouldn't it? It would be so easy to just go and buy the dress that's already made. But
You guys know that I can't do that.
Hello, if you are new here, hi, I'm Tia and I make fantasy and Ren Fair content. If you are returning, hi, hello. So you may have seen in the past that I have gone to an event called High Fantasy Events. I first found them on TikTok, and since I have been going to several of their events, and they are an absolute blast. I've done a few vlogs with some of my friends there before, posted lots of fun pictures, and I always like to do something fun with my outfit there. So they're having another one this month, and the theme is Fire in the Shire. So of course, all you Lord of the Rings fans know that's going to be a Lord of the Rings one. Of course, there's like so many different ways that you can go with your outfit with this theme. At first, I was like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? But after tossing some ideas back and forth with my friends that are going with me, which are Becca and Claire, who have made appearances in my videos before. Becca, of course, does her crochet, so she is crocheting a top that is going to be Arwen's red dress, the like red and like dark blue dress. So she had the idea that we all did odes to Arwen, and she sent us little pictures of all of her dresses. So she's going to do the red one, Claire's going to do the blue one with the white flowy sleeves, and I'm going to do the green one, which is her coronation dress. This is the dress, and this is the inspiration that I found from another. This is actually, you can actually go and buy this dress. And that would be easy, wouldn't it? It would be so easy to just go and buy the dress that's already made. But you guys know that I can't do that. I have to make it a challenge. I have to make it a DIY. I have to make it a big thing. So we're gonna thrift things and then make it into this dress. Also, before I start, I should say that the inspiration for this outfit, since it is a party type environment, is Arwen meets RAVE. But not like RAVE like pasties and thong bikini. We're not doing that. Just like, you know, party vibes. Like Arwen at a party. Arwen if she was going out for drinks. And dancing. Anyways, so that's the vibe. That's the vibe for today. It's not gonna be like her actual like full length dress or anything, because we're trying to dance, you know. Don't want to get overstimulated. So I'm using this dress as reference, but it's not going to be exactly like that. So in my brain, I'm like taking apart this picture and I'm like, okay, if I can just find a dress that looks like this, then I can find something with those sleeves that I can sew on, and then some other fabric that I can sew on for the big flowy sleeves. That was my thought process. And then also I was like, okay, I don't really see this color that often, so at the thrift store I'm probably not going to find something. So in my brain, I'm like, it would probably be easier to just go find like a white sundress and then just dye it. Yeah, I was wrong about that. The messed up part about it is that I went to go buy the dye before I went thrifting, because I was so sure, guys, I was so sure that I was not going to find anything that color. So after looking around for a while and like basically going, what the heck, because how am I able to find so much of this? Like I swear I never see this color anywhere, but now it's like everywhere. It's like everything is this color, but it's not like the thing that I need, you know? It's not like it. So, I was getting a little bit frustrated and trying to look for things, and I'm like, I am not finding anything right now. Like, I was just looking for a white sundress with like sleeves that I could sew. So, anyways, I'm going to show you what I did end up with though. So we're ditching the dye idea and we're just going straight to doing the actual color that it is, because I actually did find stuff that is that color. So I'm going to show you what I got. So first up is this dress, which is not what I was looking for, because I was hoping to find something with actual sleeves that I can sew something to, because the plan was to sew a sleeve onto it. So for this one right here, I'm probably just going to use it for the skirt part. This is going to be the underneath layer. For the sleeve part, I got this dress right here. I thought I would use as the little lacy sleeve that she has going on, and do not worry, I will be using the rest of the dress. I'm not going to just take the sleeves off and then discard the dress. It will have a use. I found this top, which is Fashion Nova, new with tags, but it's not exactly what I thought it was at the store. I thought that it was like this, but the sleeves are off the shoulder, which is not what I want. But we're gonna work with it anyways. We're gonna figure it out. It would just be so perfect if it was just a regular like tank top, and if I was good at sewing, and then. But yeah, so this is what we have to work with for the top. Is she cute? It's cute. We'll figure it out. It'll be good. All right, and then this dress, which, if you have not figured out by now, is going to be for the sleeves. I'm not going to use the actual sleeves. I'm going to cut, and we're going to make the sleeves somehow, and it's going to be beautiful. And so yes, so this is what I have to make the outfit with. And then in addition to that, since this is going to be a rave party outfit, I really wanted sparkles. I don't really know where. Definitely on my face and like hair and stuff, but I really wanted sparkles. So I went into the clearance section and I just found this glitter, and it's not exactly the same color, but like you won't know if it's like in my hair or whatever. So, and then I found this paint that also has glitter in it, and like I don't know, I just wanted glitter. So yeah, we're gonna make it sparkly somehow. I am also doing the crown, which is going to be another challenge, but I got some wire to do that with, and I made a little practice. Oh, she kind of crooked. Hold on. Whoop. Whoop. Yeah, okay. So I made a practice crown with some more flexible wire just so I can get an idea for it. So this is what she's looking like right now, and then I will show you guys the progress on that later. But yeah, so we're gonna very simplified version, because that crown is like detailed. Like I went and tried to like follow each line, and like it was giving me a headache. Like, so we're not going to do it in complete detail. It's just going to be a very basic, simple version of it. I also did get some fabric paint so that I can do the little detailing on, we're not going to do embroidery because like I don't know how to do that, and like I'm not that talented. But yeah, so okay, we're going to get started on the DIY part. Okay, so this is the before. This is just everything on. I have the sleeve dress on in the back, obviously, because it's still put together. But I just want to show you guys what it's looking like before I start anything. So first, we're starting with the top. Like I said before, it is an off the shoulder, which is not what I wanted. So here's my thought process. I was thinking about just taking this off and then like sewing it like a regular tank top. But this is the deal. Like it's uneven. And if I were to sew it together, then it would leave this little hole gap right here. Or if I tried to cover that up, it would be uneven. Those of you who are good at sewing would probably know what to do in this situation, but I am not that great. I don't know. So, okay, we're going to wing it. So I just decided to just screw it. We're just going to go for it. So I cut I cut the sleeves off, or the straps. I cut the straps off. And honestly, I'm aware that my sewing skills are not the greatest, so I don't need it to be exactly perfect. So I did go and grab my pins and pin up those edges. And then I pinned on the straps where I wanted them. I lined them up with that seam on the front. Also, I got a tattoo, like, during the process of this video that, like, you know, I didn't have in the intro, and then I had it, like, later. Yeah, that day, the day that I filmed this, I actually got a tattoo, so, yeah. yeah, so I had to show you me threading the needle for some reason. And now you can enjoy nothing because it focused on my head. And okay, there we go. We're in focus now. So now I'm just sewing up those sides. And this is what it looks like once it's pinned. So now I'm actually pinning the straps on. It was a little tight, so I'm hoping that it's gonna be okay whenever we sew it. And there we go, the finished product. You would have never known unless you look at it a little closely. Just don't look at it too close, and then it'll be fine. But from afar, it looks good. Now I am taking the sleeves off of this dress so that we can cut them out and make the big, long, flowy Arwen sleeves. And oh my goodness, that is a mess. What are you? Okay, all right. We're just... if you haven't learned by now watching my videos, it's a very trust the process type of thing. So we're just, we're gonna go with it. And boom, we have 2 sleeves. And low-key, I put them on like this, and like even just like that, I feel like would not look that bad. So I might just end up using these and not even fumbling with the rest of it. So now I'm working on the lacy part of the sleeve, and we're going to dye them green. Oh wow, that is so satisfying. Let's see that again. I'm sorry, I'm weird. Yeah, so I put that in there and then immediately took it out because I did not want it to be that dark, and I feel like it's already maybe a little bit too dark, but we're gonna find out. We're gonna see. We're gonna rinse it off. Now I'm going to work on the skirt. So I am just cutting that top part off, obviously, getting rid of that, and then cutting out the lining. And I am going to do a little middle split, I don't know what it's called, but like a middle split in the skirt. And I'm terrified of this because I only have one shot, and if I mess it up, it's ruined. But we got this, maybe. So I'm putting my little board thingy, whatever, sewing board, cutting board, whatever you call it, underneath so that I don't cut the rest of it, and then measuring to make sure that I have it in the middle. And then I still ended up messing it up a little bit, but we're not going to talk about it. Now we are working on the crown. This again is my little example, and this is what I'm working with. This is the wire that I'm working with, and this is what I'm going to use to like kind of tie the wire together. So to start out, I just cut out some wire. I don't really know what I'm doing here, and I just started bending it to the best of my ability, like the picture. And wow, that actually kind of looks like something. I was honestly getting like frustrated with this part really hard, but I just kept fumbling with it, and then it eventually became like the shape that I wanted. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I did this, like I'm the one that did this, but like editing this, I was so stressed out. I was like, oh my gosh, is this gonna like turn out okay? But it did somehow. It's not perfect, but so now we're gonna do this part here where it's kind of like going like out like that. So I don't know, I just did what felt right, and it kind of came out okay. As you can see here, I just it worked. It's kind of blurry, but it worked. And there we go, that's the shape. And then I just kind of bent it back into the back so it could be like, the back of the crown, and then we'll deal with like the actual back later. But yeah, I just wanted to get like the basic shape down because my head's not that big. It's not that big. And now I'm like very poorly like wrapping, I'll fix it later, but for now we're gonna be wrapping that around and then cutting it off. And it's a little messy. This is my first like wire crown project, so it's not gonna be perfect. I feel like I say that a lot. I should really have more. You know what? I should give myself more credit. I do surprise myself sometimes. That middle part right there is a little messy, and we need to fix it later. But it's for a first-time crown. It's not that bad. It's really not that bad. I don't want you guys to think that I'm just like always hating on my own work. Like I realize that sometimes I pull through. It's just like I'm not that experienced. But as you can see now, I'm using that smaller wire to wrap around, and then I squeeze it a little bit so that it doesn't come loose, because that would suck. And now I am bending the other side to match that side. I feel like I keep getting distracted, but it's fine. I think you guys understand. Now I'm taking the slightly thinner wire for a little bit more of the detailing. And again, like I said before, I'm not going to go into huge detail with this crown because there's a lot of detail. I just want it to look like, if you look at it, you know, like, oh, that's definitely an Arwen crown. Which I think I have accomplished with this. So the sleeves didn't end up the color that I wanted. They're a little bit more like lime green-ish. So I am going to use color remover to try to get them out. Yeah, I know, I'm taking steps backwards. It's fine. And it's like I have 3 days left. I have 3 days left to finish all of this, so it's fine. The hair extensions just came in, so I'm gonna open it really quickly with you guys. I really hope that this works well, because if not, I'm gonna be sad. So fun fact, I've never actually used hair extensions aside from like the colored ones, because like when I was younger I wanted to dye my hair but like couldn't. So I would get like the little colored hair extensions and like clip them in. So that's like the only experience that I have with them. I'm scared. This is weird. Okay, obviously, like, I know I probably didn't put them in right, and I'm probably gonna have to get, like, my friend to help me later, but, like, why is it kind of... This is weird, guys. This is really weird. I'm not used to this. Oh, my goodness. Oh, this is gonna be fun. So I went and got these for my earrings, and there's also a necklace that matches. And then I have this chain belt. Becca just did my hair extensions and it looks so good! I do look really good. Sorry, go ahead. The fit. Ignore my voice because I'm currently sick, but I wanted to go over this really quickly. So this is the finished look. I did end up getting those sleeves back to white, and I thought that the white looked a lot better with it because it breaks up the green a little bit. Also with the fishnet thigh highs that I found, and they also had sparkles, which is the element of sparkles that I wanted with this outfit. And then I went and got the earrings, necklace, and chain belt to add a little bit of accessories. And I did end up finishing the crown, but unfortunately the footage got deleted. But I went to Walmart and got these chain necklaces and just attached them to the sides. I finished hemming the skirt off camera, and then I just put the sleeves on my arms so they weren't actually attached. And then of course I added these hair extensions so that my hair would be more like Arwen's. And that is the final look. I'm very happy with how it came out, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it as well.
I'm not fully dressed yet, but it's a good idea. Ready.